Hey guys, welcome to the follow-up video on the 4K mod for the Sony Xperia XZ Premium. So in this video, I shall clarify some of the doubts that you guys been having, and I have been reading your comments, so let me try and answer a few. So the number one question that I keep on getting again and again in my previous video is about the battery life. Now everyone seems to have this misconception that if you run this phone in 4K all the time, the battery life will tank. Fortunately, that is not the case with my phone at least. So if you go to battery usage, you can see I'm at 16% and this is the end of second day. So I have about 6 hours and 50 minutes of screen on time, which is pretty impressive considering this is running in 4K. Well, almost near 4K. Let me show you the screen resolution in IDA64. So if you go to display, my screen resolution is set to 3360 into 8090 or 8090p, which is very close to 4K. I haven't set the resolution to 4K because of one big reason is that the dialer keeps on crashing in full 4K. And yes, I did run 4K resolution on this phone. The biggest problem is the dialer and the settings app. The settings app also seems to crash again and again, and I could not find a fix for that, unfortunately. So the settings app, if you go to settings and you go to about phone, something happens to the phone and I get some error message that this and this has stopped working, and my phone returns to the home screen right over here. So yes, I will not run 2160p on this phone. And also I have noticed that this particular resolution, the phone is running much more stable. So 8090p seems to be the best bet right now. The phone is running stable and the phone is running cool like it was on 1080p. And yes, the text is much more sharper in this resolution than 1080p. I did a screenshot comparison in my previous video. Go check out the link in that video. You can compare the screenshots yourself. So yes, moving back into the battery usage, I charged my phone around 1 day 14 hours ago, which is 12 p.m. day before yesterday, I think. So it's been 1 day 14 hours and I have clocked 6 hours 50 minutes of screen on time. Show you guys once again, and I am at 16% battery level right now. My screen brightness has been about 40 to 50%, just like I usually have. And yes, I have been using the phone like I usually do. You can see my app usage is over here, and one thing which is not showing up is the Bluetooth and the phone call. I did make around 30 minutes of cellular phone call on this single battery charge, and if you've seen my previous video, I also ran Antutu benchmark twice within this single battery charge. So I think the battery life is pretty darn good, and I really like this new icon layout on this thing. I can fit 6 icons over here on the home screen. It gives me a lot more area to work with, and generally the text is so much more sharper. And you can see I've set the if you go to display, I've set the font size to largest, and this is quite small. If you want the font to be even smaller, you can make it small, and this is still quite legible because the screen is indeed running in 4K. As you can see, the font is crystal clear. Beautiful. I'm really liking this mod. Another burning question, of course no puns intended, everyone seems to have is that the phone gets hot in 4K. Guys, no, the phone doesn't get hot in 4K, not even close. The phone is performing just like it would in 1080p. I haven't experienced any overheating problems with this 4K mod. Everything seems to work fine. The camera is working fine, 4K video recording is working fine, the games are working fine. Although in Dead Trigger video game, I do seem to feel that the phone is becoming a little bit more hot than usual, but apart from that particular video game, the phone is running cool to the touch, just like it would in 1080p mode. So I think this is the sweet spot resolution, this 1890 into 3360. You can set your phone in 2K resolution, but why would you do that if a higher resolution is working fine without any problems? So yeah, I'm gonna keep this phone on 1890p and continue using the phone. Another question that I got is, if I play 4K HDR10 content, will the screen resolution stay at 1890p or will it switch to true 4K, which is 2160p? Well, when you view a 4K HDR content, the resolution will turn up to 4K and the HDR feature will work no problem. I did compare this video to a non-HDR phone, and yes, 4K HDR is working. You can see the colors are so much more vibrant in 4K HDR. So one issue that I faced with this mod is that the multitasking key is slightly off screen in the landscape mode. It does not work because it is off screen, but the home button and the back button seems to work absolutely no problems. You can see the back button is working, but once you switch in portrait mode, the multitasking button seems to work alright, no problems. And one last problem that I have with this 4K mod is that the thumbnails don't show up for the multitasking tiles over here. And this is not a huge issue. I can totally live with it, no problem. So, concluding thoughts, will I keep this mod? Yes, I will. And so far so good, especially the battery life hasn't seen much of an impact. Now you can see we are at 7 hours 6 minutes and we are at 15% battery life. So guys, if you do have any more questions, feel free to comment in the comment section down below and I will be more than happy to answer you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video and do stay tuned for more videos like these, and I'll see you guys next time.